Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. We'll be talking about commercial real estate in Central and Eastern Europe. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this special edition of the Coffee with Craig show. We are covering the Europa Property CEE Retail Awards. If you're doing anything in retail in Central Eastern Europe, Southeastern Europe, I saw we got quite a few nominations from Southeastern Europe as well. Please watch our show and come to our event, which is February 8th at the Intercontinental Warsaw. So, Winston, good to see you.
All right, Craig, how's it going?
Good. I'm just looking over the short list, and I know you and the team have been working on the nominations and some of the strategies. So, you know, if we won't even, maybe we'll not talk about so many companies specifically, but what do you see kind of, I mean, to me, it looks like retail is back when I look at a list like this. It's like, wow.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah, I mean, I'm quite surprised, you know, given, you know, the year that everyone's had. 2023 was a tough year for people, but retail seems to be bouncing
like they've
back.
had a great year.
And people want the industry to know that you know they're there, they're still in business, and you know they're innovating, they're opening stores, they're expanding,
right,
and it's looking good for the sector.
And sometimes, you know, I'm hearing stuff, especially from people not in the real estate industry. They're like, oh, shopping centers are dead and bricks and mortar are dead, but it even seems like the web-based retailers are like, hey, we need a flagship store here and a flagship store there, and it seems like it's more and more important to be on the ground.
Yeah, that was an encouraging sign from the past year, I think, that the bricks and mortar retail is still very, very strong and still much needed, and the e-commerce industry has had a bit of a harder time, but they're kind of like, you're seeing more of a merger between kind of e-commerce and bricks and mortar now, like you said, with certain stores, certain online retailers opening stores.
Yeah, and you can imagine and it seems like they've caught up, but as the bricks and mortar stores have caught up with online or are catching up with online shopping, you know, where does that leave the online guys? Because now they're probably feeling a bit of pressure because of these, you know, there's a store there. If there's a store that's open, you tend to want to go online and shop at that same store.
It's a very good point, you know, and I guess over time it will settle down and they will find all their niches within the market, because I think there's room for everyone.
Right, exactly. So, no, good to see. And what sort of trends, just in the nominations, what sort of trends, let's say on the retail side or some of the development side, that you're seeing that maybe weren't happening in the past?
Well, you know, on the development side, we've got a lot of innovation and concepts, new concepts coming in through the nominations, and it's quite interesting to see like out of town retailers, like big box retailers like Decathlon, opening up city centre stores. And they've got one in Warsaw, which is a great idea. You know, just you could. So it's where, like, you know, they kind of intertwine, like e-commerce and your bricks and mortar store. You go online, order your stuff, you go to the centre store to pick it up.
Sounds great.
It's great. I've already used it, and it's a really convenient thing. Yeah,
kind of like a little warehouse showroom in the center of town.
Exactly.
Makes
yeah,
sense.
And you know, and it's filling up. And I guess some of these new concepts are filling up spaces where, you know, retailers are not so. They're at the bottom of office buildings and stuff. You know, where like not such like high street locations, more kind of like business center locations.
Right. And if you got 10,000 people working in a business center, and they're all working, they have money, sometimes there's no time to shop on a Sunday or something, so go down and pick up some things. And
it's just like a common sense thing, isn't it? This is like, the people are there, put your business there.
Exactly, put your business where the people are.
But and so I think you know, with, like you were saying earlier, with the bricks and mortar retail is not dead, and people like bricks and mortar retail. They like to go in and touch their products, you know, and you're seeing like retailers really kind of open up flagship stores and start introducing new concepts in these stores. Like Vision Express has got like a 360 degrees sustainability concept for their stores, so that's something quite interesting. And LPP Group, they're pushing out all their new stores, new refurbished stores. Sports Direct, they've got like new stores throughout the region. So it's definitely. They know that clients want to come in, they want to touch the goods, they want to buy the goods, and I think retailers are making it a very good experience for them.
And it just reminds them, right? You see the store, you're like, oh, that looks good in the store. Okay, even if you go online and order it. One of the retailers said to me that, hey, if we open a store in an area, that store's online presence is like 30% higher in sales. 30% is a lot. You know, even if you don't sell too much in the store, you get another 30% of people around the area buying online, great. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, and again, what we're seeing as well is like when we were talking about development earlier and retail parks. You know, this is the development that everyone seems to be moving towards these days, and that's what we've noticed in the awards. You know, we've got like a number of project categories, but these project categories are you know, various retail parks that are opening up all over the region, and the retail park development is the #1 development sphere now.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I think the big shopping malls, you know, even without COVID, it was kind of coming to an end of development, right?
Right,
Now it's
right.
more refurbishment and make them a little bigger, a little nicer, change them around a bit, add some more retailers, which
Yeah,
seems to
yeah.
also be in the mix.
Yeah, and you've got like I guess countries that are just a bit behind Poland, maybe like Romania, where they're still introducing some really big stores.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Out of Bucharest and some of the other,
Right, right. I mean, we're still. I mean, you know, a big store now or a big centre now is like something like you know, around 20,000 square meters, whereas in the past it was like
100,
80,000
it's
or
like,
something. So
if it's not 100, don't send it
yeah,
to us.
we're not seeing so much of that now,
Right,
but
right.
we are seeing a lot of like refurbs and extensions, which because you know there's a lot of older retail stock which needs to be like you know a bit love and care, and you know these new retailers they want to go into the locations are good, but they want everything's got to be new, it's got to
Yeah,
be like
yeah.
up to date, it's got to be digital and all this kind of stuff.
Well, I like to go into new place.
Of course you do.
Digital, I don't know if I need so much digital. I was trying to use that digital map to find a store. I couldn't find it. I just walked around until I ran into it. But I see we got a lot of also a lot of sponsors for this event. I'll just
Right.
mention them because you know, without the sponsor, I think there's two things. Without as organizers, without the sponsors, we wouldn't be able to have such nice events. But I think also they're sponsoring because things are going well and they see things will continue to go well or should continue to go well.
Yeah, I think it's been a great year just to look at everything that we've produced and the enthusiasm and the interest. It's like it's very encouraging.
Yeah, and Master Management Group, which is running quite a few, doing some development, doing some management of shopping centers, owning some shopping centers. They're, of course, our whiskey and cognac lounge premium partner again, which is great to have them. A lot of award sponsors, Tree Real Estate, TPA Poland, Baker Tilly TPA, Enhood, of course, back in Deichmann, who's always with us, but good to see them as sponsoring. Rossman, great to have them. Douglas, a lot of retailers sponsoring. And when I talk to retailers, they're like, "Look, we're expanding, but we got to find, you know, there's a lot of sites out there. There is a lot, but there's like when I talk to them, they're like, look, there's only a few good ones, and we want to be the first people on the list." When a developer is remodeling a shopping center, we want to be there for the design phase. That's why we're sponsoring your event, because we want to be not if we're the second people that get called, we lose the space. So Douglas, like I said, Rossman, Deichmann. And also on the development side, Mayland Real Estate back after a few years, and
That's
they've
good.
done
Good
the
to see.
Sport Vola project, very nice. Sierra Balmain, a lot of they're all, of course, doing a lot of management, asset management, property management, and investment. CDDI, of course. We have a coffee sponsor, LS Coffee. I don't know if you've seen their robot yet, but very amazing. So don't be afraid, but when you come to the forum, there'll be a robot making you coffee.
I'm interested to see the robot making me a coffee.
Yeah, it's very good. And so a lot of fun. They're selling coffee, doing a lot of interesting things. So I think there's only 3 now in Poland. So this will be the good opportunity to see innovation at its finest. On the corporate table side, a lot of corporate table sponsors: Falcon Investment Management, LCP, a lot of abbreviations here. LCP, EPP, biggest retail owner in Poland. CBRE Investment Management, of course, they've got a lot of projects and a lot of investments over the years. Multi, Fashion House, of course, they've got the outlet centers. Actium. I think when I talked to them last, they had 3 projects under development now. So, the development market is definitely, they said that's more than they've ever had in 10, 20 years of business. So a lot of development. New Work, which is the flex office space. They're also putting these offices, he said, in shopping centers, which we'll hear more about. Of course, our auditor for the awards, which is EY, they're always making sure that everything is completely transparent on the voting side. Our recruitment partner, Hayes, is always involved in their partners with us on the shopping center managers. They're giving us lots of ideas and contacts for the management. And also our charity partner, Fine Deeds. Always great to have Paulina, and she's also a co-host along with you, co-host at the, it's great to see. Media partners is Europe Real Estate, and of course, Entrion Group or Club, which is, they're doing a big event a couple of days before in London, which we'll be part of as well. So a lot happening on the sponsorship side. I think, again, it's companies see that, they've been doing well this year and last year, and I think this year they'll see a lot more coming. And going back to the nominations and looking at retailers specifically, I see we have a lot of new categories.
Yeah,
that we didn't have last year, let's say.
I mean, retail's taken a bit of a hit, I think, over the last few years. So it's kind of like, with the various things that have happened. So what you're seeing is there's some new retailers coming into the market. But, we've got like a lot of retailers that I think like you say, expanding, looking for new space, and so their profile's going up, and and they're looking for new locations, and we've got like shoe retailers, jewelry retailers, cosmetic retailers, which we always had in the past, but never so many.
Yeah, now we're really getting a lot that have. I think they've just done well and looking to expand, from what I understand.
I mean, it looks like it. It looks like they're they're out there. They want to They want to show people what's going on. They want to show people their new innovations. They want to show people their new stores, their new products, and it's.
And I see supermarket chain back in the mix. We got Carrefour, Kaufland, a couple other ones here on the retail chain side. Cosmetics retailer, a lot going on there. Jewelry retailers. I see the F&B. We might even break that out into coffee and fast food and casual dining. It looks like some.
Yeah, again, I think it's just what we're seeing is the market realigning and coming back to some kind of normality.
And specialty retailers, a lot of them. Yeah, fashion, of course, fashion back in. I like Guess. That's good. I see a lot of new ones as well. And
we've got a few Turkish ones that are, that are expanding throughout the region, like Cotton. They're kind of like they're in Hungary and Slovakia, AC & Co in Romania, and they're looking for shops. They're looking for places in Poland, I think.
Yeah, for sure they are. Or Poland, Central, Southeastern Europe. I see specialty retailer Candy Pop. I haven't seen them before on our list.
Right, you can see them in Złoty Tarasy. They opened a new pop-up store, I think you call it, and no, maybe it's a new actual just normal store. But first it was a pop-up store. Check the market, and now they're here for good.
They're here to help us. Yeah, exactly. And Popeye's Chicken, I saw them on the list. So another one, yeah.
Yeah, they've had a big expansion. I think. First, maybe they were in the Czech and then Poland, or Poland and then Czech. But yeah, Popeyes is a big F&B retailer, or a new F&B retailer to the region.
So good to see them. Just kind of looking through the retailers. We got, of course, Croptown, Deichmann, House, Medicine, Mojito, fashion retailers. I see a lot of the shoe stores and Sinsay, Reserved, New Yorker, a lot of big names, yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of their back. Like you said at the very beginning, retail is back, and this is what we're seeing. We're seeing the retailers. They want to show themselves. They want to show their products. They want people to see what they've got on offer, and they want to celebrate their success, I think.
Żabka Drive. I remember last year they won for this
Żabka Nano.
Nano. Now it's Drive, even better. Yeah, you don't even have to get out of the car.
Żabka.
You don't even have to get out of the car.
I've not seen one, to be honest, but apparently that's what they've got.
They should send us a video on how it works.
Right, yeah.
I like the idea of not having
Smash
to get
and
out
grab.
of the car. Yeah. Not having to get out of the car so early. And of course, Food Town, great to see. Yeah, it's a different concept, I guess, this more of food halls. Yeah?
That's a food hall, yeah. That one's in Norblin, I think.
Norblin, I see that. And BB's Cafe Bar there. It's outside. I think it's like kind of that little walking street outside the food hall.
Yeah, it's interesting what you said. You mentioned Actium earlier, and we've got a few nominations. You said they're like, they've got 3 future projects on the go, and what we're seeing is like, they're partnering with each other. You've got investors and developers partnering up and delivering projects. So I think there's a lot of interest in developing these projects, and it's. Maybe there's not enough to go around. I have no idea, but they are partnering up, and they're getting out there one way or the other.
You got to get the more points of sale, the better. In general. Also, I see we have our Rising Star Award category again that we're doing with Agnieszka.
Yeah, this is focusing more on the retail aspect, I suppose. And so we've got like LPP and Unibel Radamco, Vision Express, Fraser's Group, Sports Direct. and Sierra Balmain, of course, and Perfect Light. Yeah, we've got a number of rising stars, and I would imagine, you know, some of these categories are still open.
Yeah, we'll get a few more.
Get a
People
few
under
more.
35, 35 or under. Yeah,
Yeah.
So I know Agnieszka's pushing it, and I think we're the only ones doing this rising star under 35, unless someone's copied us and starting to do it again. But very good, a very interesting category to show a little bit of, you know, the new people. Let's say people, maybe not new people, but people that have delivered something and moving up in the business. And then, of course, Professional of the Year, some of the big names that we know.
Well, yeah, we've got some big companies in there already, and the ones that we have in there already, you know, these are the companies that have really been doing a lot this year.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, and delivering, and you know, it's all about the management. Isn't
That's right.
it?
Yeah,
how to make things happening. I see a lot of other things. Retail tech is growing extremely well. I remember we added this several years ago, and no one cared. Now it seems to be one of the bigger categories.
No shortage of nominations there. Craig.
Yeah. Retail tech is working a few.
And it's good to see these companies coming back. It's no flash in the pan, you know. It's like, you know, they're established, and they're making good business, and they're partnering up with people.
And they're getting bigger. They're actually sending in nominations where they've done deals, which is great to see. A lot of professional service providers, a few construction companies. Good to see they're building some retail. You know, someone's got to build these retail parks in the end, don't they?
Of course.
The architectural firm's always interesting for retail. Tax, legal, always have to have it. Yeah, always have to have it.
I mean, yeah, we've got the same amount of company categories as always. I think what's stronger this year is more the property management categories and the asset management categories. You know, it's like, because they've got these developments which need, you know, good management.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, we're going to have a lot of fun. I know we've got on the 7th, talk a little bit about the event. On the 7th in the evening, we've got our jury dinner, and I see we have 70 jury members at the moment. Over half of them are retailers. So I think with that, it really shows, and again, the only event that actually asks the retailers what the best shopping center is. You know, normally it's the developers or investors. They're also on board, but when, you know, the retailers with the, I think generally they pick who has the highest sales. They're voting for those projects, you know, you would think. So so it is a different aspect. So great to see so many jury members. On the 7th, we have our jury dinner at the Intercontinental. The voting happens there. EY takes care of all of that. Nice food and drinks, and good event, I think, for the jury members to meet, mingle, and talk about voting, talk about networking, what to do. And then on the 8th in the morning, we kick off at 8:30 with our CEO breakfast. We've got full buffet breakfast, fresh omelets and everything. So if you've got anything in retail, or if you just like eating, come by, sign up at least for our forum, and have a nice breakfast at the Intercontinental. Coffee from, of course, from LS Coffee and the coffee robot stand. That'll be very interesting. We got great coffee there anyway. Great breakfast, and then you know, our CEO networking, and then we go on to the panels, which of course kicking off with Hubert Apt, and kind of focusing on what's going on the ESG side for retail. You know, he's always got cutting edge information and what's happening. He did it last year, and you know, every year it's just great information on what to do if you're, you know, you want to add ESG to your or develop ESG to your plan.
Yeah, his insights are always very well received.
Then we've got a couple of panels, one focusing on investment development straight after that, and then, of course, meet the retailers.
Meet the retailers, very important panel.
Interesting to see what they always, and you know, that changes, because one year they want something, next year they want some more innovation and type of location, so always good to know. So we have meet the retailers, which we got some big names on that. Then we break for a light lunch, and then meet up for the gala in the evening, starting at 6:30. So a lot going on there. A lot going on with the nominations. And I don't know, anything else you want to add to this, Winston, that I've kind of missed?
I don't know. It's like, you know, it's going to be a really great event. Have you got any other special things lined up, like entertainment wise?
Well, I'm there giving out awards.
You've got, like, you talk about, you know the robot giving out coffee.
Yeah.
You will drink coffee.
Yeah, exactly. You will drink it the way we want it. Yeah, we got some great music. Of course, Olga Bea is always doing that, and we have
right.
Tomek, who's always on the, amazing.
And haven't you got a special guest doing a book signing in the morning?
We do have a special guest. Yes, we have George Mula, who launched a great new book. And if you didn't watch our Coffee with Craig special with George Mula and book signing and his new book, probably just to buy it, just to make sure you're not in it. But very nice book. I read it over the holidays. It ends in 1992, so if you met George after that, you're probably not in it. But a lot of fun about, a little bit about, it's a novel. He says it's a novel, but I can see he might have picked a few interesting things out of his life as well. And the anti-hero main character is named George, probably some relation to him. So yeah, in the morning he'll be there between 9 and 11, signing books and an opportunity to buy one of them. So yeah, we kind of have, and I'll also be there during the gala. So a good opportunity to meet him. And I don't know if he's selling books at the gala, but he's probably will have one or two with him.
And isn't our awards fall on the Fat Thursday?
We will have special. Gosh, you know all this stuff. How do you know all this? Yeah. It's we will have our special Europa Property Retail Awards Pączki, which for those of you that don't know what pączki is, it's a very, very healthy Polish donut. Yeah,
it's a donut.
Donut. Yeah,
it is a donut.
Yeah, it's very good. Very nice with nice jam and different things inside of it. So we will be having those even from the forum time. So
Great.
A lot of pączki at the event. Don't worry, we're not replacing the actual desserts and everything, but we'll have the pączki there too. So you don't have to worry about missing any pączki because we have them there on this Fat Thursday. Gosh, I don't know. Probably a lot of exciting things going on. Lots of alcohol. Lots of great whiskeys. I said that Master Management is sponsoring our whiskey and cognac lounge. So amazing whiskeys. We got the same group. We're doing a big whiskey cognac tasting and making the final decisions, which we will post that. We will, of course, we have the wine from Milzinski. We're doing the wine tasting next week. The food tasting at Interconti next week, so we'll be posting pictures and videos, at least pictures of that and what we have. So, of course, big steaks and nice wine, heavy red wine, that kind of stuff. So let's wrap it up with the food. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah,
because everyone likes to eat.
That's right. Yeah,
of course. Great dinner. Of course, canapes at the beginning, so you get a bit of food there, and just a lot of fun, and to meet new people and some of the old contacts. So thank you all for watching this Coffee with Craig show. The links to the website, of course, contact me if you'd like to do any kind of, I wouldn't say last-minute sponsoring, because there's still time to sponsor and be involved in the event or participating. Let us know. We would love to have you involved. Enjoy the rest of the day, and thank you for watching the Coffee with Craig show. Click here to subscribe to the Coffee with Craig show, and don't forget to share it with your friends.